A significant economic crisis is approaching, and it is rapidly approaching your doorstep. Elon Musk is aware of this destructive hurricane and has issued a warning. Given the circumstances, should we be concerned? There is no need to fear, because we have your back. We will ensure that you are equipped with the necessary information to navigate your way out of this impending problem. So hold on tight, and if you haven't subscribed to this channel, then ensure you do that quickly by hitting the subscribe button on your screen to stay updated for more videos. So let's get started. Elon Musk parallels the current situation and the infamous subprime mortgage crisis of 2007. In my opinion, we are heading towards a recession in 2023. The severity of this recession may be subject to debate, but it is likely to be at least a mild to moderate recession, possibly similar to the one experienced in 2009. Therefore, preparing for the worst and hoping for the best would be wise. To gain an understanding of what to expect during this period, let's examine what unfolded during the subprime mortgage crisis. During that time, millions of customers were granted low-interest mortgage loans, thanks to successive reductions in prime rates starting from 2001. With the introduction of user-friendly loans, more consumers expressed interest in buying new homes, leading to a surge in home prices. However, in 2005, the situation took a drastic turn as interest rates skyrocketed. This sudden change made purchasing new homes unaffordable for many individuals. The prices rose significantly, making it challenging for even well-qualified borrowers to meet the high housing costs. Some viewed this as an excessive and unreasonable burden, causing a decline in housing orders. There were several factors contributing to this decline. First, those who had opted for adjustable rate mortgages, ARM, found it difficult to keep up with the increasing loan payments. Second, due to the declining demand for housing, most subprime borrowers struggled to sell their homes at a profit. Consequently, many found themselves trapped in a financial predicament, unable to escape the mounting debt. To exacerbate the situation, banks made a daring move by terminating loans provided to subprime customers. This decision led to a decrease in costs and demand, but it also made the banks vulnerable as they had to bear the losses resulting from the defaulted loans, which were a part of their assets. Additionally, the banks faced difficulties in tracking these loans, causing a halt in credit facilities. Similarly, both businesses and credit-worthy customers struggled to obtain loans. Moreover, companies were compelled to reduce their expenses and investments, leading to a wave of layoffs. As a consequence, the production and consumption of their products slowed down due to the high unemployment rate among their customer base. In response to these circumstances, Tesla has announced plans to reduce its workforce by approximately 10% over the next 3 months. However, despite these challenges, Tesla remains optimistic about its growth prospects, particularly in terms of its hourly employees. To address the current situation, we need to reduce our salaried workforce. Roughly 2/3 of our workforce comprises hourly employees, while the remaining 1/3 comprises of salaried workers. Therefore, a 10% reduction in the salaried workforce would translate to only about a 3 to 3.5% reduction in our total headcount. The automotive industry, particularly companies like Chrysler and General Motors, faced bankruptcy during this period. Desperately needing assistance, they sought government intervention, including bailout programs. Consumer confidence was severely impacted, leading to reduced buying power as people became cautious with their spending in anticipation of future emergencies. These circumstances ultimately contributed to the onset of a recession in December 2007. The situation was dire, with the poverty rate increasing from 12.5% to 15% by 2010. The American Recovery and Reinvestment Act was enacted into law to address this economic crisis through a legislative procedure led by the Federal Reserve. This act including injecting funds into the budget to preserve and create jobs, expand unemployment insurance, and implement safety net measures such as food stamps. Unfortunately, the law did not fully alleviate the situation. Poverty levels among young adults and children surged to 22%, and the United States experienced a significant loss of wealth. Stock prices declined by 57%, resulting in an estimated loss of $16 trillion. This staggering figure highlights the disproportionate impact of the economic downturn, with the wealthy still managing to accumulate gains while the average and poor segments of society incurred losses. This disparity reinforces the adage that the rich get richer while the poor get poorer. During a recession, those in lower income brackets suffer the most. Therefore, individuals in these circumstances must prioritize saving and prepare for unexpected emergencies. By adopting a frugal lifestyle and setting aside money for unforeseen events, one can avoid being caught in a situation without financial resources. It is advisable to start saving diligently today. It is worth noting that the economic downturn affected the United States and numerous other countries. For instance, Latvia experienced a projected 25% decline in its gross domestic product. Additionally, foreign investors who had invested in U.S. companies faced similar challenges and were aware of the impending consequences. Elon Musk provides us with valuable insights into the anticipated inflation. With this information, preparing ourselves for the difficult times that lie ahead is crucial. It is within our control to avoid being severely impacted by the situation by enhancing our financial resilience. One effective approach is to explore additional sources of income, such as engaging in a side hustle like script writing on platforms like Upwork or selling unused items. Simultaneously, cultivating financial discipline is essential. Setting aside 15% of your paycheck into a savings account can significantly improve your financial security. By implementing these measures, you can protect yourself from financial hardships and remain on solid ground even in a recession. It is advisable to establish a foundation of financial stability by saving at least $1,000 as a starter emergency fund. This fund acts as a small cushion between you and unexpected life events. Any non-retirement funds or assets you can liquidate, such as stocks or valuables, should be considered for inclusion in this emergency fund. If you have more than $1,000, say $10,000, in a savings account, it can provide even better security. Elon Musk has raised concerns about the likelihood of a recession, stating that the odds are more than 60%, indicating a significant possibility of challenging times ahead. In a podcast, Musk sarcastically mentioned that the only hope for saving the economy from a potential collapse, according to him, is hope itself. However, it is essential to recognize that hope alone is not a viable strategy. It has never proven effective in such situations. When Musk refers to hope, he suggests that the Federal Reserve, Fed, could be the ray of light saving the U.S. economy. He hopes that the Fed will intervene and implement measures like rate cuts. However, it is crucial to acknowledge the possibility of a worst-case scenario occurring, as it carries a significant percentage in Musk's predictions. The Fed increased interest rates by 0.75 percentage points in their last 4 meetings, indicating their intent to tighten monetary policies. They will likely continue this trend even at the upcoming 5th meeting. Considering these circumstances, relying solely on hope is not a prudent approach. The Fed's inclination to raise interest rates suggests that the probability of things turning out fine is roughly 30%. In comparison, based on my opinion, the likelihood of a recession is 70%. This implies that we can expect a significant number of layoffs in the future, highlighting the importance of not becoming complacent with employment. Diversifying income streams and having a backup plan are advisable in case of job loss. One potential backup plan is exploring opportunities to earn money online using your skills. Many companies on platforms like LinkedIn are actively seeking personnel with expertise in technology who can work remotely. If you possess skills such as coding, it may be worth exploring remote work opportunities in the tech sector as a potential income source. Another concern Elon Musk raised is the potential risks associated with margin debt. He cites the example of Broadcom, which experienced a staggering 97% decline within a year. Even if an investor had a small margin loan, they would have faced significant losses. Although the stock eventually recovered to higher levels, it serves as a cautionary tale against excessive margin debt. Musk emphasizes that during periods of mass panic in the stock market, one must exercise extreme caution when it comes to margin debt. This sentiment can be further explored from different perspectives. From an individual investor standpoint, if your account balance falls below the minimum requirement set by the broker due to market fluctuations, there is a tendency to panic and make a margin call. This margin call necessitates injecting additional funds into the account to meet the broker's minimum value. Failing to do so puts the investor at risk of further losses. On a broader economic scale, a significant increase in margin debt often indicates a higher likelihood of a recession. This was evident during the Great Recession of 2008, when margin debts had risen by more than 60%. Excessive margin debt can amplify market volatility and contribute to an increased risk of economic downturn. In light of these concerns, it is crucial for investors to carefully assess the risks associated with margin debt and avoid overexposing themselves to it. Understanding the potential consequences of margin calls and monitoring the overall levels of margin debt in the market can help mitigate the impact of market downturns and reduce the risk of substantial losses. Generally, margin debt cannot be disregarded as an indicator of a potential economic downturn. Elon Musk advises against engaging in margin debt, as it can be detrimental to investors and the overall economy. Musk sheds light on the situation by stating that recessions are not permanent and follow a cyclical pattern. He suggests that the current recession will also pass, just as recessions have occurred and eventually resolved. He acknowledges that the economy may face significant challenges and disruptions during this time, attributing some of the responsibility to intentional actions by the Federal Reserve to facilitate an economic reset. While a recession may be inevitable at some point, it appears more likely than not it could occur shortly, although it is not certain. Musk typically expects the economy to stabilize within 12 to 18 months. In one of his tweets, he mentions that companies may experience negative cash flows during this duration before returning and regaining their momentum. According to Elon Musk, the suggested timeline indicates that the optimal time to enter the investment or business world would be towards the end of 2024 or mid-2025. While this may initially seem like a long wait, he believes it will be worthwhile. In the meantime, he advises putting plans on hold and saving any money received. Elon Musk expressed his thoughts on this matter through his Twitter platform, taking advantage of the freedom of expression and lack of censorship on the platform. He proudly stated that he welcomes the recession, referring to certain cartels as fools who deserve to experience bankruptcy after benefiting for so long. He also criticized the stay-at-home measures during COVID-19, claiming that they promoted laziness. Musk sees the recession as a rude awakening that will help people realize that success doesn't come easily. He argues that when the COVID-19 restrictions were lifted and people resumed their normal activities, the economy improved, highlighting the importance of personal effort. Finally, as a precaution against potential recession, Elon Musk supported his prediction by implementing numerous layoffs within his company, Tesla. This decision, which he described as incredibly unfortunate, went against his intentions. Imagine yourself as an employer having to let go of your top employees due to an unforeseen economic downturn, all to safeguard your company from the worst outcomes. It's undoubtedly a highly stressful situation. In line with this, Tesla is now gearing up to execute further layoffs in the upcoming quarter. Are you facing a similar situation as Elon Musk? Share your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more trending and informative videos on economics. Also remember to click the notification bell to stay updated and not miss out on valuable content. Thank you for watching.